Welcome to Nestling Knowledge, a deep dive created just for you by the 80 Garb Sanskar mobile app.
We're your companions on
Yeah.
this journey of nurturing the bond with your baby.
Even before they're born.
Exactly, even before they're born.
And today,
We're going on an adventure.
oh, to where?
A world of gods and demons and epic battles
And,
and profound lessons, of course.
ooh, I like the sound of that. We're diving into Tales of Vishnu
Yes.
from the Amar Chitra Katha comic series.
From the Amar Chitra Katha comics, you got it.
You might be thinking comics.
Yeah, for my baby.
Really?
But think about it.
Okay.
Even before they're born babies, they're so receptive to everything around them.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
They can hear our voices.
They hear your voice.
Feel our emotions.
Feel your emotions.
They can absorb
They're
information.
little sponges soaking it all up.
So reading these stories out loud, even now,
Exactly.
exposes our little ones to, like,
To rich narratives, vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's all about giving them a head start.
I love that, a head start.
It can have such a positive impact on their development.
It's like prenatal learning in action.
Absolutely.
The environment we create during pregnancy, so important.
It plays a crucial role
Yeah.
in shaping our baby's development,
Yeah.
physically and emotionally.
Fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
Even before they enter the world, we have such a profound impact.
You really do?
Okay, so these stories, they're not just entertaining, are they?
Not at all.
They offer us a glimpse into Indian culture and values, right?
Yeah. A glimpse into the heart of Indian culture.
Okay, let's break it down.
Let's do it.
Who is Lord Vishnu?
Ah, Lord Vishnu, one of the three principal deities in Hinduism.
Okay.
Brahma, the creator,
Yeah.
Shiva, the destroyer, and...
This is where Vishnu comes in.
Yes, Vishnu the preserver.
So he maintains balance, harmony in the universe.
Exactly, keeping everything in check.
Like a cosmic superhero.
You could say that. He comes to Earth whenever things get out of whack.
In different forms.
In different forms, avatars they're called.
How many avatars are we talking?
10 main ones.
The Dashavatar.
Wow.
It's a progression, starting as a fish, all the way to a human form.
Imagine exploring that with our kids when they're older.
What a journey that will be.
Oh, but you said something earlier that really caught my attention.
Oh. What's that?
You said these stories are relatable even for someone who doesn't know much about Hindu mythology.
They are.
How so?
Well, on the surface, it's gods and demons, right?
Yeah.
But underneath, it's human nature, ethical dilemmas, choices we make.
I see. It's about the human experience.
Exactly.
Okay, give me an example.
Okay, the story of King Indradyumna,
What happened to him?
this devoted spiritual king.
Yeah.
He ends up cursed by a sage, turned into an elephant.
An elephant. What happened?
It started because the sage, Agastya,
Yeah.
felt slighted, ignored.
Oh.
The king was meditating,
Right.
deep in meditation, didn't see him right away,
Ouch.
and boom, cursed.
Seems a bit harsh for not greeting him right away. But it's a lesson.
Yeah.
Humility.
Okay.
And unintended consequences.
You never know what might happen.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
This curse.
The elephant curse.
It leads Indradyumna to Vishnu.
Wait, what? How does that happen?
So as an elephant, he leads this herd, right?
Okay.
One day, he gets caught by a crocodile.
Oh, no.
The herd, they try to help,
Yeah,
but they can't free him.
so he's trapped.
And in his desperation, he prays to Vishnu
Makes sense.
for help. Vishnu answers,
Of course.
mounts his Garuda,
Garuda.
a giant mythical bird,
Wow.
swoops down, rescues the king.
Classic divine intervention.
A class. But here's the thing.
What's that?
The sage, Agastya,
Yeah.
he sees what's happened. He
Yeah.
realizes his mistake.
Oh.
He admits his arrogance led to the curse.
That takes humility to admit that.
It does.
That's a big realization.
It is.
That his curse brought Indradyumna closer to Vishnu.
Sometimes what seems like a setback is actually a path to something greater.
That's a good way to look at it.
It's about trusting.
And a higher power.
Exactly.
Finding comfort and strength in difficult times.
Speaking of challenges,
Yeah.
there's another story about devotion.
Okay, lay it on me.
King Ambarisha.
Ambarisha.
All right. He was known for his unwavering devotion to Vishnu.
Got it.
And one day, he's observing a strict fast.
Okay.
When the sage Durvasa arrives as his guest,
Another sage?
let's just say sages could be a little, temperamental.
A little bit.
But Ambarisha insists on hospitality.
Even though he's fasting.
even though he's fasting.
It's incredibly selfless.
It is, but Durvasa,
The sage?
he decides to test Ambarisha's devotion.
Oh, no, how?
He goes to bathe in the river before the meal,
Okay.
but he delays his return on purpose.
Oh.
He knows Ambarisha has to break his fast at a certain time.
A test indeed.
A test.
So Ambarisha's in a dilemma.
A tough one.
Break the fast, disrespect his guest,
Right.
or delay it further.
And whisk the sage's wrath.
What a predicament.
So he chooses a middle path.
What do they do?
Takes a sip of water
Just a sip.
to technically break the fast,
Clever?
but still waiting for Durvasa.
Oh boy, I bet Durvasa's not happy.
Furious, you could say.
I can imagine.
Sees it as disrespect.
Of course.
And unleashes a fiery demon on Ambarisha.
Oh my goodness, a demon.
A fiery demon!
Talk about an overreaction.
Ambarisha remains calm
He just stays calm.
and prays to Vishnu for protection.
I have a good feeling about this.
Of course, Vishnu protects his devotees,
Always.
sends his Sudarshana chakra,
What can I?
a spinning disc of energy,
Whoa,
to
quick.
destroy the demon.
Intense.
It was, but it doesn't stop there.
Oh.
The chakra, it turns toward Durvasa.
Oh boy, he brought that on himself.
Durvasa runs for his life,
I bet he did.
seeks help from Brahma, even Shiva,
Oh.
but they can't help him against Vishnu's wrath.
So what happens?
He has no choice but to beg Ambarisha for forgiveness.
Forgiveness after all that.
Right.
To forgive after such an attack.
But that's devotion, you know?
Unwavering faith.
Ambarisha's compassion, his faith in Vishnu.
So strong.
He held no grudge against Durvasa,
Wow.
even appealed to Vishnu to spare him.
That's amazing. Mercy and forgiveness.
True strength, not retaliation.
Kindness and understanding.
Yeah,
A message that still resonates today.
it does, for sure.
Speaking of powerful messages,
Yes.
another story in Tales of Vishnu
Oh, which one?
about selflessness.
Selflessness. A great virtue.
King Rantideva.
Rantideva, yeah.
What makes him so remarkable?
This king, he was devoted to helping others.
In what way?
He gave everything away.
Wow, everything.
All his possessions, his wealth,
To those in need.
to the less fortunate.
And even when he was fasting,
even then,
he put others first.
always.
That's incredible. True selflessness.
There's a story,
About Rantideva.
a poignant one.
Okay, tell me.
He's observing a long fast,
Okay.
about to break it,
Yeah.
when a group of people come to him,
Begging for food.
begging for food.
Reminds me of Ambarisha and Durvasa.
A similar theme.
A test of devotion.
And selflessness.
But even more dire, it sounds like.
Rantideva's response is amazing.
What did he do?
He gives away all the food he had prepared.
All of it.
All of it.
Even though he was breaking his fast,
It's it.
his compassion was so strong.
Stronger than his own hunger.
Wow.
But then
There's more.
a thirsty traveler approaches,
Asking for water.
pleading for water.
Makes sense. But
What?
the traveler is an untouchable.
Oh, that complicates things.
The caste system.
Very rigid back then.
Interacting with an untouchable was taboo.
Considered polluting.
The traveler was hesitant.
To accept water from the king.
He feared contaminating it.
What a dilemma.
But both of them.
A difficult situation.
But Rantideva,
Yeah.
with his pure heart,
His belief in equality.
he didn't hesitate.
Didn't even flinch.
He told the traveler,
What did he say?
true purity lies in helping others,
He saw the divine in everyone.
regardless of their social standing.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful sentiment.
It is.
And then he offered the water.
Quench the traveler's thirst.
Compassion and understanding.
Profound levels of both.
These stories are amazing.
They are.
Really make you think.
About who you want to be.
Humility,
Yeah.
selflessness,
Yeah.
recognizing the worth in every individual.
Exactly.
And to think, our babies might be listening
Absorbing these lessons.
even before they're born.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Prenatal learning.
It's real.
Our babies are learning
Growing, being shaped
by what we do.
by the environment we create.
So they might not understand the words,
Not yet.
but they pick up on the emotion
It's a feeling.
behind the stories.
It's exact.
It's so important to surround them with positivity,
With love.
with stories that
With
inspire.
uplift.
Speaking of inspiring stories,
Yes.
we've talked about the good characters,
the virtuous ones.
but there are villains too, right?
Oh, of course.
Tales of Vishnu explores that darker side,
Human nature has its shadows.
like the demon Vuka.
Vuka, yes, a classic villain.
What makes him so villainous?
Consumed by ambition.
What kind of ambition?
To conquer the world.
To rule it all.
To bend it to his will.
He sounds ruthless.
He secured a boon from Shiva.
A boon, like a gift.
A magical gift, you could say.
What kind of boon?
Invincibility.
Invincibility.
He couldn't be killed
By anyone.
by anyone except by a touch on his head.
So a weakness after all.
He didn't see it that way.
He felt invincible.
Arrogant, unstoppable.
But he underestimated.
Vishnu.
Of course.
Vishnu, disguised as a brahmachari.
A brahmachari.
A student
Okay.
approached Vrika,
What did he do?
engaged him in conversation.
Pretended to be interested.
In Vrika's story, his power,
I bet Vrika loved that.
boasting about his invincibility,
And Vishnu played along,
masterfully,
setting the trap.
then, feigning curiosity,
What did he do?
asked to touch Vrika's head. Oh no.
As if fascinated by the boon.
Vrika fell for it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
The arrogance.
Blinded him.
As soon as Vishnu touched him,
The boon backfired.
and Vrika died.
Instantly.
Pride before the fall.
A classic tale.
True strength is not brute force.
It's wisdom and humility.
Cunning plans undone.
By deception.
When arrogance clouds judgment.
These stories,
Age of mythology.
they offer timeless lessons.
About human nature.
The struggle between good and evil.
The consequences of our choices.
We're sharing these stories,
Yeah.
but our babies might be learning too,
Shaping their understanding.
even before they're born.
It's beautiful to think about.
The power we have.
To influence their development.
It's a testament to the bond between mother and child.
Parenthood begins before birth.
Absolute.
Creating a loving environment.
Positive energy, enriching experiences.
Speaking of enriching experiences,
Yes.
I'm fascinated by how these stories
From Indian mythology.
can resonate with everyone. You're right, they transcend cultures.
Universal themes.
The battle of good versus evil.
Devotion, selflessness.
Everyone can relate to that.
It's a framework for understanding the world.
For navigating relationships
Making choices.
that align with our values.
Even in adversity.
There's hope.
Good triumphs over evil.
A comforting thought.
Especially for the world our children will be born into.
It
Gives us optimism.
a belief in a guiding light.
A force for good.
These stories are more than just entertainment.
They're tools.
For understanding.
For guidance.
They encourage virtue, kindness.
Recognizing our interconnectedness.
We're not alone on this journey.
We have faith.
Loved ones.
And these stories.
To guide us.
To support us.
It's a beautiful thought.
Drawing strength from these tales.
Passed down through generations.
These ancient stories passed down through generations.
They're still relevant today.
It's amazing.
The power of storytelling, right?
It really is.
Human nature.
It stays the same.
Even with all our advancements.
We still struggle with the same things.
Good and evil, right and wrong.
Purpose, meaning.
Those big questions.
And these stories.
They offer a way to explore them.
To learn from the characters.
Their triumphs, their failures.
And to discover.
Timeless truths.
To guide us.
On our own journeys.
For expectant parents.
Tales of Vishnu.
It's a great starting point.
For instilling those values.
In their little ones.
Reading these stories.
It's more than just gods and demons.
It's a tapestry.
Of wisdom, culture, life lessons.
And we've been talking about it.
The environment during pregnancy.
His stories we share.
The emotion.
They all shape our baby's world.
It's incredible that power we have.
To influence their development.
Even before they're born.
The bond between a mother and her child.
It's amazing.
It really is.
Parenthood. It begins.
Long before the baby arrives.
Creating that loving environment.
Positive energy.
Enriching experiences.
Speaking of enriching experiences.
Oh, yes.
The Adigarb Sanskar app.
A fantastic resource.
For expectant parents.
It has everything.
Guidance on prenatal nutrition, yoga, music.
Storytelling, all of it.
Creating a positive, nurturing environment.
For both mother and baby.
It's a great way to connect with your little one.
Even before they're born.
Fostering their development.
In a holistic way.
And for more deep dives like this.
Exploring fascinating topics.
Subscribe to our podcast.
We cover it all.
Book reviews, inspiring personalities, self-help wisdom.
Uplifting stories.
We're here to support you on your journey.
Insights, inspiration, community.
As you embark on this adventure, remember the power of storytelling.
Share these stories with your children.
Let them spark their imagination.
Ignite their curiosity.
Guide them on their own path of discovery.
Until next time.
May your journey be filled with joy.
Wonder.
And the magic of connection.